Good morning, friends. Just getting some space. And there's a lot of energy moving in the world. There has been, but there was a triggering event that occurred on Tuesday, and it triggered off a lot of the stuck emotions based on beliefs in a lot of people in the world. So, people who have experienced the last 13,000 years, possibly multiple times if you believe in reincarnation, or they do, or anybody does, but it's possible that who we are as a being in this life had other lives. It's possible. And some people either hallucinate themselves as having been other people in other lives, or they remember themselves. And what's the difference between hallucination and memory? It's just a question. We might all be making this up. And it may be in the reality that we're making up that we are making up the reality that I was, a Roman senator. And my father in this lifetime was my brother in that lifetime. And in that lifetime, he was my older brother, but I felt like the choices he was making were going to have a very negative effect on the population. And he was a strong influence on the other senators. And there's very few instances of senators from Rome being brothers. So one could historically look it up and see if one had a memory of killing his brother to save the people, and then realizing that by doing that, he had taken the influence that the younger brother could have had ongoing, but by taking the life of his older brother, he then realized, oh, I've made a fatal mistake, and then he committed suicide by jumping off a cliff. Now, one could have the memory of that in this lifetime and then actually do a historical search on Roman senators who were brothers and find out that the one stabbed the other in the heart and then committed suicide afterwards for doing so. We have no idea. And I'm not attempting to give you a whole bunch of thought forms that you then feel like you have to live in or reject. What I'm attempting to do, and possibly doing, is to give you an opportunity to expand your perception of what is possible, not limited by other people's ideas, and maybe not limited at all. So I'm going to show you an exercise that was shown to me by someone else, but of course I've adapted it for myself and for anyone I show it to. So this exercise is this. And I'm not on any level going to say, trust me, I'm a doctor. Because if you're still trusting doctors, see if your doctor thinks this new drug might be good for you. And the doctor's like, yeah, I'm just a drug salesman. Yeah, you should take this drug and this drug and this drug. And I saw this thing where the average person took 17 medications. And when I was asked, when I was getting my eyes corrected, what drugs I was on, and I said, none. And they said, none? I said, well, no. I'm not on any prescription medication. There's no medications I take. I think, in the last year I might have taken an aspirin once, but I don't think I did. They said, you know how unusual you are. I said, many people have told me how unusual I am, so I don't know if I know it, but I know people perceive me that way. But I have always pretty much been this way, which is let me find out for myself. So this exercise is for you for today. One of the problems that can be for us in our life is giving our power to another under force. And so you can think about someone that when you're around them, you feel like your energy goes down. So you've given your power to them. And that feeds them, possibly, in a way, that they do that power over other people, and the other people give them their power. And this can make a person feel very powerful because people have given their power to this person. It's not that person's power. It's your power given to them. So in order to take back your power, you might need to do this by thinking about one person who you feel like you give your power to. And don't be surprised if it's your husband or your wife or your father or mother or your children or your cat. I don't think the dog so much. The dog just doesn't need your power, so it doesn't necessarily need you to give it to it. It's oftentimes giving you its extra power, just so it can kind of power down a little bit. And the cat probably doesn't need your power, but it just wants to kind of control your actions because it knows better than you do what you should be doing, which isn't true. You can think for yourself. You can take your power back from your cat. You can take your power back from people. You can take your power back from your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunts and uncles, all family members. Every relationship you've ever had where you let go of your power and left it there, you take it back. And once you state this out loud, any place that I've left my power with any person at any time in any dimension, I bring what is rightfully my power back to me. And I ground that power into the healing center of the earth. And when my power has given others greater knowledge and awareness, kindness, simplicity, courage, I let them know now. My power was on loan to help you help yourself. And now I've taken my power back. And I'm never going to give it away again. I'm going to, whenever it feels right, offer it freely. To the world without giving it away. Because its power is a universal source. It comes from the earth, it comes from the sky, it comes in from everywhere. The whole world is energy, it's chi. And we're giving up the perception of giving it away through coercion to the perception that when we want to, we can offer it as a gift to others if they want it. And the gift is helping them to realize that their power is being part of the power of the universe. And letting the power flow in and out, 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 in and out. Now, if you find that that allows you to feel much better, then by all means, in the comments section, write, "Thank you, that was helpful. This was a gift. You've taken nothing from me that I don't continue to have when I give it to you." We're a community. We care about others to the degree we can care about ourselves. So grateful to know you. Have whatever kind of day you want. If it's a yellow seed day, which tends to lead to joy. So if you choose to have a joyful day, I'll be there with you. Namaste.